Seattle Swiss says, "Hi everyone, I'm an American currently dating a Filipina. We are in a serious relationship and I've visited the Philippines a few times with no issues. She has a child with her ex. They were never married and there was been ongoing conflict between them, mostly around custody, communication, and her plans to eventually move abroad. Recently, a Filipino attorney told me I could potentially be blacklisted by her ex, even though I've never met the guy or the child in person, and have had no direct involvement in their disputes. I'm trying to understand how real this risk is. Could someone file a false claim and have me blacklisted without evidence? Would I be notified or given a chance to respond? Has anyone here experienced something like this or have insight into how the blacklist system works? Is this common tool used in personal disputes or custody fights? For context, I have no criminal record and no immigration violations. I'm not married to my partner yet, and I'm just trying to understand if I could be denied entry in the future because of someone else's vendetta. Any help or personal experience would be greatly appreciated. Well, sir, you are walking a thin line. All it takes is for a jealous ex to do whatever they want to you, essentially. Report you to the police, make false claims, and much worse. Even recently, some jealous man threw gasoline on another man and lit him. That man is no longer here, if you know what I mean, since YouTube is so sensitive these days. Path Relevant says, blacklisted is the least of your problems. It's the allegations you need to worry about. You can get arrested if you are ever left alone with the child. Even if your intentions are good and well-meaning, there are foreigners that go to the Philippines for these kinds of stuff. So they don't mess around if they receive a report, even if it's complete tripe. And do you really want to be associated with the likes of them? Presumably, when you go to the Philippines, you've been at your girlfriend's place and her child. It only takes a report from the ex and some like-minded scumbag friends, and you'll be caught at your girlfriend's place begging for an interpreter whilst either waiting deportation or a trial date in arguably some of the worst prisons in the world. Honestly, if the father is creating issues for you this early in the relationship and your girlfriend can't get rid of them, this is doomed from the outset. The Philippines is not the country to rescue single moms from failed relationships. The VAWA is a relatively new, and even then, it's not widely enforced in province. Sorry to be negative, as we all love and love story, but honestly, the Philippines is full of single moms who love to date foreigners, keep visiting, fly solo, and find someone without any drama in their life. I also find it funny this person thinks he's in a serious relationship with a single mother with a current, or at least an actually current, since there's no divorce, husband, also because he visited a couple of times. People like him are silly. They are the weakest of men. You don't go to the Philippines and fall for a single mom. If you do, you simply smash, get what you want, and you leave. This is not a love story. They don't love you. They simply want a way out, and you are that ticket. I hate to be negative too, but that's the reality. How often do you come on here and listen to me talk about men just like this? People might say, well, there are other couples that are happy. Are they? Yes, they're happy because they both know the situation. The man doesn't care because he gets what he wants, and the woman doesn't care because she gets what she wants. But no way there's mutual love for romance in that story. It's one person using the other, and that works for some people, which is fine. But for newbies like him that don't understand the Philippines, it can get really bad. Sith says, you've got advice from a Filipino attorney. That's probably the route you want to continue with rather than getting a new dog to carry on from a random Redditor on here. Precisely. If a Filipino lawyer tells you to not go through with it, why do you think some random people on Reddit can help you? Listen to the legal professional. You paid for advice. You have already asked him his specifics list of questions. If so, what did he say? Precisely. And Puzzle says, from direct experience, here we go, someone that has experience in this. The lawyer has expressed an opinion to you. Listening to others is my advice. Finding excellent lawyers in the Philippines as elsewhere is not easy and even more complicated if it concerns a minor and family laws. If you are in Cebu and given you some context, they have always been nice to me. Regardless of this and what the lawyer told you, the juvenile law in the Philippines are very strict, aimed to protect minors from violence and unfortunately occurs in large numbers, which is very important for you and your partner. The child not being married is illegitimate. Therefore, by law, it is entrusted to the mother. If the mother dies, you will be entrusted to his grandfather and maternal uncle. The father not being married, even recognizing paternity counts for 0, but has the legal obligation to support the child economically and morally. If the father is not complying with this, then the mother would do well to prove the accusation of abandonment, which is the only way to get rid of the father permanently. If they cannot, yada yada yada. Listen, everything that the law says to do does not apply in the Philippines. It doesn't work that way. There are certain laws in the Philippines, many laws in the Philippines, nobody follows. So although you may think you're protected by family law or some other bullshit like that, it does not apply in reality. It is not practical to think you can come from a Western country, live in the Philippines, and have the protection of the law. All it takes is a few dollars to have any police officer turn against you, throw you in a cell, and good luck trying to get out. That's it. There is no consequence, no accountability, and nobody cares, especially if you're a foreigner. They will milk you and drain you from your resources. Worst case scenario, they will get fired. That's it. And these police officers are more than happy to take the risk since police officer wages are extremely low. They don't care if they lose that job if they have a chance of milking you for 10 times, if not 100 times, of their regular salary. Do not be fooled by thinking because you read some law somewhere or some weird ass lawyer told you they have the protection of the law, that somehow you can go to the Philippines, live a happy life with a jealous husband or ex-boyfriend that's already causing you trouble to simply leave you alone. OK Initiative says blacklisting is the least of your worries. The locals call it a resback. Whether the reason is valid or not, they will look at you at keeping the child away and enjoying the woman they still have feelings for. You have become the pest and hindrance to their happiness. People lose lives for events like these. I do not mean this in a bad way for you, but there's a section of the Filipino society that remains savage even when the law is in place. Since you do not know what his or the girl's place in society is, move away. Do not get involved with their private affairs. That's good advice. Move on. Find another woman. There are so many of them, and they are so easy. And trust me, you are not in love. You are in love with an idea of a woman who you think exists. For all you know, she's simply using you and using this man as an excuse not to be with you permanently. Because I can assure you, this man is sending her money every month, talking to her every morning, sending her good morning messages like a simp, while she lays in bed with another man and uses your money. It's that simple. It's not complicated. Yesterday's best comment is from Teapot Steam. The only reason she wants you is because of your money and property. If you build her a property, congratulations, you just played yourself and ended the relationship. Always rent, rent, rent. The worst comment is from Teen Tan. Seeing like the Philippines truth is one of the foreigners he's criticizing using Philippines for views and clicks. You don't like Philippines so much yet you can't stop talking about the country. Ironic, yet you can't stop watching and commenting because you know I hit something. You know that I'm right. And for views and clicks, if I wanted views and clicks, I'll simply go to Jollibee's and pretend it's the best food I ever had. No, I'm not that simple-minded like Pinoys. So I'm not doing this for clicks and views. I'm doing it mainly to let people see the truth and facts about this country, that it's not simply paradise, rainbows, sunshines, and butterflies. The other side, the side that vloggers don't show you, the side that the vloggers who want clicks and views don't tell you about, so they don't actually make anyone angry about the videos revealing truth. That is why I'm doing this. Don't be lazy. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. God bless.